Claims AstraZeneca hid almost 30 million doses of vaccine in a bottling plant in Italy to send to the UK have been debunked after it was confirmed they were destined for Belgium. The Anglo-Swedish jab producer was accused by Stampa of hiding 29 million vaccine doses in the Catalent plant in Anagni, in the Lazio region, after Italian authorities, tipped by the Commission, inspected the facility. According to sources of the Italian Daily, the vials were ready to be shipped to the UK to provide vital second shots for British pensioners. Stampa claimed the vials were produced in the Dutch plant of Hallex, yet to be approved for the production of vaccines by the European Medicines Agency. A flurry of reactions to the report reflected the level of mistrust in the EU towards the Anglo-Swedish firm, which slashed its supply target to the EU by the end of June to 100 million from 300 million envisaged in its contract with the 27-nation bloc. The 29 million doses found would be enough to vaccinate 14.5 million people. A stock of almost 30 million doses has been identified near Rome during an inspection we put in place. It has now been seized, French government spokesman Gabriel Attal told reporters after a cabinet meeting. The EU won't be the fall guy of vaccinations. Later on Wednesday, AstraZeneca said that most of the doses in the Catalent plant were for the EU, and the rest were for poorer countries supplied by the COVAX scheme led by the World Health Organization. There are no exports currently planned other than to COVAX countries. There are 13 million doses of vaccine waiting for quality control release to be dispatched to COVAX, the company said. The remaining 16 million will be shipped to Europe this month and in April, it said. Mario Gargiulo, regional biologics president for Europe at Catalent, told Reuters that having 29 million doses in the Anagni factory was in line with normal procedure and that the company often had more there. The European Commission declined to comment on the doses at the Anagni factory. Stampa claimed EU Commissioner Thierry Breton visited the Hallex plant in the Netherlands and discovered the company had the capacity to produce up to 6 million doses per month. But as the EMA is yet to approve the facility, doses produced by Hallex cannot be distributed among EU member states. An EU official said some of the doses at the Catalent, Italy plant might come from a vaccine factory in the Netherlands run by AstraZeneca's subcontractor Hallex. The Anagni plant is in charge of bottling AstraZeneca vaccines produced at the Hallex factory and also at a plant in Belgium run by subcontractor Thermo Fisher Scientific. AstraZeneca said that the factory also bottles doses received from outside the EU, to be shipped to COVAX countries. Both vaccine-making factories in Belgium and the Netherlands are listed in the contract AstraZeneca signed with the EU in August as suppliers to the EU. However, the Hallex factory has not yet been approved in the EU, as AstraZeneca did not submit sufficient data to the EU drugs regulator. It has also not been approved in Britain. An EU source told Stampa it is very likely that in a first phase vaccines produced by Hallex were shipped to the United Kingdom. But exports from the Netherlands plant to the UK appeared to have stopped since February 1, when the EU's control mechanism on export was introduced. Mr. Breton was believed by the Italian Daily to have asked AstraZeneca to provide details on the location of all vaccines produced by Hallex since February, but the producers failed to come up with an explanation. The lack of clarity from AstraZeneca prompted the commissioner to be suspicious, so he asked the Italian authorities to check the Catalent plant. Stampa claimed, the first report sent to Brussels by Italian authorities says that in the refrigerators of the warehouses of the Lazio site there are 29 million doses of the vaccine. EU sources explain that probably not all of them were produced by Hallex, but they are still vials ready to be injected that the pharmaceutical company aimed to ship to the United Kingdom and not to the countries of the European Union, despite the considerable delays on deliveries agreed with the EU 27. The claims have also been rebuked both by officials in the EU and in the UK, British sources told Express. Co.uk The UK government was not expecting any of the vials stored in Italy to be shipped to Britain. Vials from the Italian bottling plant are usually destined to EU member states and for COVAX. An EU official also confirmed the 29 million doses are to be split between member states and COVAX. An Italian official said the doses found in Anagni were bound for Belgium. A spokesman for AstraZeneca said, "We would like to clarify some inaccurate statements relating to vaccine doses at the Anagni plant. There are no exports currently planned other than to COVAX countries. There are 13 doses of vaccine waiting for quality control release to be dispatched to COVAX as part of our commitment to supply millions of doses to low-income countries." The vaccine was made outside the EU and brought to the Anagni plant to be filled into vials. The EU fully supports supplying low- and middle-income countries through the COVAX facility. There are another 16 doses waiting for quality control release to be dispatched to Europe. Close to 10 doses will be delivered to EU countries during the last week of March, the balance in April as the doses are approved for release after quality control. It is incorrect to describe this as a stockpile. The process of manufacturing vaccines is very complex and time-consuming. In particular, vaccine doses must wait for quality control clearance after the filling of vials is completed. Quote,